How's it going? Welcome back to JamesChats. Today is the 39th anniversary of this movie, Star Wars: A New Hope, the one that started it all. And to celebrate, I thought I would talk about some of my Star Wars Episode 8 predictions. Let's just dive right into this. Let's start by talking about Rey. Who is Rey? Where does she come from? And the most popular theory is that she is Luke Skywalker's daughter, but I don't think that that's the case. It's too easy. It is too easy. I mean, there's a lot of things that would support that theory, but you also gotta remember that this is coming from the franchise that basically invented the plot twist. No, I am your father. That was a spot on impression. Look out, Brizzy Voices, I'm coming for your brand. I mean, Darth Vader being Luke's father was monumental. So why do you think they would just hand this to you? Be like, you know what, you'll figure it out right away. No, it's too easy. I think that Rey is a descendant of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now there's a lot more details about this theory, but I'm gonna sort of just give you the bullet points because this video is already gonna be a pain to edit because I'm probably gonna talk for way too long. Okay, first, like I already mentioned, it's too easy. It's just too easy that she could be Luke Skywalker's daughter. They gotta have some kind of plot twist or something that wouldn't make it so obvious. Next up, we have the fact that she speaks in her native English accent, and there were only two other characters in the saga that did that: C-3PO, who was a droid and obviously not related, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Whereas John Boyega, who played Finn, had to speak in a more Americanized accent where his native tongue was also English. And one of the biggest things people are saying in favor of her being Luke Skywalker's daughter is the fact that his lightsaber called to her, which, yeah, I get it, that makes sense, but you gotta remember that that lightsaber was in Obi-Wan Kenobi's possession for a really long time. Furthermore, in the flashback she gets when she touches the lightsaber, it is Obi-Wan Kenobi's voice that she hears. And Yoda's, briefly, but you know, she's obviously not related to Yoda. He's just gotta be there somehow. But Obi-Wan Kenobi is the one speaking to her in that flashback. The freaking Jedi mind trick that she pulls off out of nowhere, you know who else did that a lot? Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was like his calling card. Not long after she uses that mind trick, she ends up climbing around and sneaking through Starkiller Base, which was very similar to, oh, I don't know, Obi-Wan Kenobi sneaking around the Death Star. There are also some very striking similarities between Rey's wardrobe and Obi-Wan Kenobi's wardrobe from the prequels. Very similar. Of course, a lot of them were similar. That tan, khaki-colored Jedi robe looking thing, but you can't deny that those were very similar between Rey and Obi-Wan Kenobi. And finally, the fact that J.J. Abrams himself has said that her loneliness is a key to her origins, which could very easily be a callback to Obi-Wan Kenobi being a hermit. I mean, he lived in isolation for, what, like 2 decades or something like that? I mean, he was alone for a long time. And Obi-Wan being her grandfather gives the opportunity for a love story because there is plans for there being an Obi-Wan trilogy. And what great content that would be. Him falling in love because the Jedi Order has fallen apart and he doesn't have to swear celibacy to it anymore because it doesn't exist, and he finds love, and then maybe something happens that causes him to become a hermit. I mean, there's so much potential for story there. Now for a couple of reasons why I like this theory. One, it would continue the struggle between a Kenobi and a Skywalker, which the first 6 movies were just that. It was Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker going head to head. I also really like the idea of a Kenobi once again handing Luke his lightsaber, which could also be a part of the reason it was calling to her. It was Obi-Wan speaking through the Force saying, please take this to Luke, he can train you. And the thought of Luke Skywalker training a descendant of his master is just, it's so beautiful to me. Obi-Wan trained Luke, and now Luke has the opportunity to train Obi-Wan's granddaughter. I mean, how great is that? So yeah, big fan of that theory. The second best theory, in my opinion, is that Rey is a random. She just came out of nowhere and happens to be super strong in the Force. The reason I like it is because it brings back the idea that anyone can be special. That's what was so great about this movie, is this random farm boy who was no one special became someone special because he he went for it. He wanted to be a part of the rebellion, and he was like, take me with you, teach me the ways of the Force, and he did, and it became so important. Okay, I've talked enough about Rey, let's talk about Kylo Ren. Now, I do not think he's going to return as Kylo Ren. I think he's going to return as Darth Kylo. Because Kylo Ren was a knight of the Ren. It was like a group of people that did a thing. I don't want to get into details, but basically he was a part of a group called the Ren, the Knights of Ren. And now that he's going off to finish his training, he is going to become a Sith Lord. And he's gonna be really cool. He's gonna be sleek, he's gonna be polished, he's going to be badass. He's gonna have a new lightsaber. It might still have the crossguard. He might have liked that. He might try to incorporate that into the new lightsaber, but it's not gonna be staticky. It's gonna be a smooth blade, because it's gonna be finished. Before, it was just like some junk that he piled together and made work. And the same goes for his wardrobe. He's gonna have a sleek, streamlined, awesome outfit. And I think it's important to note that his clothing and lightsaber have been a reflection of him as a character. You know, before they were unfinished and kind of pieced together and broken and raggedy and just not finished. It wasn't a finished product, and he's gonna come back as a finished product both in character and in accessories. And I do not think he's going to have a mask. I think he's gonna get rid of that because before he wanted so badly to be Darth Vader, and he's gonna realize and learn that Darth Vader eventually caved in and turned to the light side and killed the Emperor, and he's gonna see that as weak, and he's not gonna want to be Darth Vader anymore. He's gonna want to be his own villain. So he's losing the mask and rocking that awesome scar that Rey gave him. He's gonna look so cool. Oh man. I also have a feeling that he's going to kill Luke Skywalker in the next movie. I don't have any real reason to support that guess, but I think it's gonna happen. Then Luke is obviously gonna come back as a Force ghost to help Rey continue her training. Oh, also, I think Rey is going to construct her own lightsaber, and it's going to be a double-bladed green lightsaber. I mean, she has the staff, she's gotta have a double-bladed saber. Oh my god, why didn't I think about this? What if, after Luke dies, Leia picks up his lightsaber? I just got goosebumps. Why did that not come up? How has that not come up once in conversation? I mean, yeah, she isn't like a Jedi in episode 7, but what if? She's obviously a Force sensitive. And oh man, this just opened a whole new world of possibilities. It's not very likely to happen, but if it did, oh, people would lose their minds. Like I said, it's not likely to happen, but then again, neither was Darth Vader being Luke's dad, so, oh man. You know, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna end on that note. There's so much more that I could talk about, but I've already been talking for like 30 minutes, and future James is gonna hate this James, the filming James. Sorry, editing me. I get carried away when I talk about Star Wars. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below, what are some of your Star Wars predictions? Do you agree with the things that I said? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. Oh man, I'm still thinking about that whole Leia picking up Luke's lightsaber. It would be so cool. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all next time.